Time doesn't warn you when it passes. It simply slips through your fingers, silent, relentless. You wake up, breathe, eat, work, sleep, and tomorrow it all starts again. But somewhere deep inside, this empty repetition isn't what we call life. You weren't made to merely survive. You were made to live for real, with passion, with purpose, with courage. So tell me, how do you live? Like someone who knows they'll die one day, or like you're immortal? Because there's a brutal difference between occupying space in the world and leaving marks in it, between existing and building, between breathing and feeling every second pulse inside you as something rare, unique, and finite. Most people choose autopilot. They live on cruise control, feeding routines, answering messages, meeting deadlines, paying bills, but never investing in the only account that matters, their own destiny. And when they reach the edge of the end, many ask, how did I lose myself so much? How could I waste so much time trying to be someone I'm not? Why did I wait so long to say what I felt, do what I wanted, change what needed changing? Death isn't scary by itself. It's the silence it reveals, the void it leaves behind, the absence of what was never lived. So stop, take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment, and listen to that quiet voice inside. Not the voice of fear, not the voice of outside judgment, but the one that whispers, even on the cloudiest days, something like, this isn't all there is, you can do more. That voice is the beginning of everything. The first step toward rebuilding your life from the inside out. The moment you decide to stop waiting for the right moment and start creating it yourself. Because here's the truth. No one is coming to save your life. No miracle will knock at your door. No magic formula will fix your problems. If you don't take command, you remain just a passenger on your own journey. And it all starts with mindset. It's not about positive thinking. It's about thinking with purpose. Understanding that you have power over where you place your attention. That your emotions are reactions, not absolute truth. That your reality is shaped by the lens through which you see the world. If you see obstacles as barriers, you stagnate. If you see challenges as opportunities, you evolve. Your mind is the battlefield, and you choose who wins inside it. And that inner victory only exists with belief. Belief isn't desire. Belief is conviction. It's the unshakable certainty that even if everything points otherwise, you can still build something greater. It's the strength that moves mountains when the world says you're too small. Belief is what keeps you standing after falling. What makes you keep speaking even with a throat tight with fear? What makes you act even without guarantees? And that belief must be guided by clarity. Clarity is knowing exactly what you want, understanding that you can't have everything at once, that prioritizing is an art, that elimination is as important as acquisition. Lack of clarity is the poison of dreams. It turns passion into confusion, makes you run without knowing where you're going. Clarity is having an internal map, a lighthouse, a north that doesn't shift with the wind, and that north is your vision. Vision is the mental image of the future you want to create. It's not utopia. It's planning. It's goal with meaning. It's dream with strategy. Those with vision don't get lost easily. They don't get distracted by noise. They don't trade the essential for the urgent. They have the patience to build something lasting, even if no one sees it now. And that vision only makes sense with purpose. Purpose is the engine of great lives. It's the why that gives meaning to sacrifice. It's the fuel that powers the long journey. It's what keeps you going even when tired, hurt, or doubting. Purpose isn't career. It isn't title. It isn't status. It's what moves you even when no one is watching. It's the deep reason why you do what you do. And that purpose only becomes real through discipline. Discipline is what separates dreamers from doers. It's the ability to act without inspiration, to move forward without energy, to train without motivation, to study without desire. Discipline isn't punishment. It's freedom. It's the skill of choosing the long-term over short-term pleasure. It's what keeps you in the game when others have already quit. And that discipline only translates into results through action. Action is the only path to progress. There's no substitute, no shortcut. You don't win by luck. You win by decision, by choice, by movement. And each action generates learning. Each mistake, correction. Each victory, growth. And that leads you to gratitude. Gratitude isn't just thanking for what you have. It's recognizing the value of what already exists. Feeling whole in the middle of the journey. Remembering you have more than you deserve, even when you still want more. Gratitude changes your perception. It shifts your energy. It alters your vibration. And that attracts more of what you value. And when you live with gratitude, you become more adaptable. Adaptability is flowing with change. Accepting that not everything goes as planned. Seeing obstacles as disguised opportunities. Changing course without losing your destination. Rigidity kills. Adaptation saves. Being adaptable means being flexible without being weak. Resilient without being rigid. And that requires resilience. Resilience is the art of rising after falling. Of moving forward even when wounded. Of continuing even when everything seems lost. Everyone faces defeat. Some learn from it. Others give up. The difference lies in resilience. In how you deal with failure. In how you absorb pain and transform it into wisdom. Because life doesn't reward the most talented. It rewards the most persistent. Those who keep going even when the world turns off the lights. Those who keep walking even when the screams of fear drown the whispers of hope. And the only way to develop resilience is through continuous learning. Learning is the engine of evolution. It prevents you from repeating the same mistakes. It allows you to improve, grow, transform. Learning isn't just reading books or watching videos. It's reflecting, experimenting, questioning, changing. The most powerful people in the world aren't the smartest. They're the ones who learn fastest, who extract lessons from every experience, good or bad, who understand that failure isn't the end, it's part of the process. And this process is infinite, because no one ever truly arrives. We are all in transition, constantly moving, always searching for something greater. So let's return to the initial question. Do you live like you know you'll die one day, or like you're immortal? Because if you live like you're immortal, you're wasting what's most valuable, your time. You're procrastinating dreams, postponing actions, delaying decision, letting routine devour your passion, letting fear define your limits. But if you live like someone who knows they'll die one day, then every minute counts. Every word matters. Every gesture has weight. Every choice is filled with meaning. You don't waste time on the superfluous. You don't feed toxic relationships. You don't accept less than you deserve. You don't stay silent when you should speak. You don't run from necessary confrontation. You don't abandon yourself. You live with urgency, with courage, with passion, with determination, with faith, with clarity, with purpose. And when your last day comes, you won't have regrets. You'll have stories, scars, victories, impact, memories. You will have been someone. You will have lived for real. So the question isn't just philosophical. It's existential, practical, urgent. How do you want to live? Like someone waiting for death, or like someone who lives as if every second is their last? Choose, decide,